Christine Staple with the original Rude Girl sound. Joins us on the show. How's it going, Christine?
Hello there, how you doing?
Yeah, very good. So we're excited about Skamouth. Who's on the lineup this year?
Oh, we've got a lot of fun going on this year. So we've got the 3 generations of ska. The tour ends there. And you'll have to excuse me, I've been really ill. I've been fighting on through the weekend to get through the shows. So I'm struggling today. So I apologise now if I cough and splutter through this interview.
Oh, that's not good, is it? But you're doing your best, aren't you? You're still going through it?
I'll be all right by the weekend. So we've got 3 generations of ska, so that's all of us. Obviously, my legendary husband, Neville Staple, and the band. Stranger Cole will be there, and he's backed by the AC30s from Birmingham, Bad Manners. We've got Neville Duncan doing the Ethiopian set, which is going to be absolutely amazing, and he's backed by Indica, which are the guys who work with Lee Scratch Perry. We've just got some amazing stuff. The Jewelers, Roddy Radiation and the Scarbully Rebels, Secret Affair. You name it, it's there. It's going to be brilliant.
Yeah, time for action.
Yes, that's right.
So with the Neville Staple Band, you've got the legendary Stranger Cole, haven't you?
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
What's it like performing with him?
Oh, he's great. He's just so much fun. He's comical, he's funny. He's well known saying is more life to everyone. You know, as in take each day and just, live it. And it's great. So everywhere you go, people are just sort of shouting and chanting, more life, more life. But he's great fun. He's really cool to hang out with, with the band. He travels all over with us on the tour bus. And he's just really friendly and down to earth. Everyone loves Stranger Cole.
So you've been on the 3 Generations of Ska tour. Can you tell us about that? Where have you been and where are you going?
Well, we started off in Glasgow. That was a massive show, really good, great people, looked after really well. We went on to Liverpool, then Sheffield, another big one in Oxford last weekend. We then went on to Birmingham. We've done Islington Saturday, just gone, and then Bournemouth yesterday. And that's why we're still recovering. We got in about 5 o'clock this morning and then had lots of running around to do, so we've just tried to catch up with a bit of rest this afternoon.
I don't blame you.
Yeah, so the finale is at Skamouth this Friday.
Yeah, and you always look forward to this every year, don't you? This is the big one.
It takes a lot of work, but it's all worth it in the end. Everyone just has such a party at Skamouth. It's just one of them weekends where everyone feels part of one massive family. So all of us there just get on, and you could go there on your own and you would just fit in and make friends immediately. It's that kind of crowd, and that's what I love about it. That's what we wanted to create, and that's exactly what it is.
Yeah, and how does it work then as an organiser? I guess you must have a wish list at the start of the year, like who you want to get.
Right, well, that's how it actually started out. But to be honest, we've got a massive list, a waiting list of bands that want to play, and we try to look through them because, you've got some bands that are really great. We wouldn't want to put someone on and then they get a bad reception, so we do try to vet them a little bit. But as in the sort of the bigger stars and the legends, they're actually queuing up as well now to come. So even when I travel to Jamaica with my husband, Neville and I meet up with all kinds of the artists over there, and they're all sort of, when you're bringing me to Skamouth, when you're bringing me over. So, and we get phone calls from some as well, where another artist has handed the number. I'll get a random call. One day I got a call from sort of Yellowman and people like that, just saying, when are you going to put me on, you haven't called me. So it's really great that now I don't have to sort of go and hunt them out. They find me.
Yeah, they try and find you. Oh, that's brilliant. That's the best way to do it then.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah, I saw you and Neville at the 3 Generations of Ska tour. I think this was 2 years ago now, with Dandy Livingston under the bridge.
Yeah, that's right. See, what we do at Skamouth, we bring people over, particularly those that haven't ever performed here, or they've performed here years and years ago. But mostly it's guys that don't even realise they're still celebrated so highly. The Rudies, the Skinheads, the Soundboys, everyone still absolutely adores their music. And it goes across decades of generations as well. So when they come to Skamouth, we may do a one-off show with them at Skamouth, and sometimes they're quite overwhelmed because they don't realise the love and adoration. And, there's people carrying the original vinyl music and records and everything. And some of these fans know more about them than they know themselves. So it's really cool that we also do this like a breakfast thing at Skamouth, where they get to say, look, I've had breakfast with Stranger Cole or Derek Morgan and Bunny Lee. But at that breakfast, they get to have a chat. We'll have a microphone there, a DJ in there, and they can ask questions. We just have this lovely breakfast gathering where people are chatting, asking questions about their life, and often telling them a lot about their life that they know that the artist has even forgotten all about. It's really sweet. It's lovely. I love it.
Yeah, and that must be such a thrill for the original artists when, they come over here and then they realise how much their music is still loved and celebrated.
Absolutely. And, and it does surprise them. And particularly as it's predominantly a British crowd. In black circles, a lot of the Jamaican music's always going to be there, in some of the dance halls, the parties, the weddings and all that kind of thing. But, when some of these artists realise that, all these people from different ages, because we've got a lot of young people at Skamouth as well, absolutely adore the music, adore the ska, the early reggae, all of that. Sometimes they become absolutely quite overwhelmed about it. But that's why also, if they get such a great reception, we try and get them over and do some touring stuff for them and help them out there as well.
Yeah, it's great what you're doing. Keep doing it.
Thank you.
So you've as you mentioned, you got the three generations of ska, the original Rude Boy, the Neville Staple Band with Stranger Cole. You've got yourself, of course. You're going to be performing.
Yes, I will be. Yeah.
Bad Manners. Oh, that'll be great.
Yeah, we love Dougie and the boys. He's always a good laugh. He's from Hackney. That's where I first knew him years ago when I was a kid, and all his life I've sort of tracked him. But he's a good mate as well.
And of course the Ethiopians, as you mentioned, Neville Duncan, he's going to be on our show next week.
That's right.
Has he performed here before?
No, I don't think he has.
Never?
I don't think he has. That's what we like to do, you see, get these little exclusives going, because it just opens it out for them, because at Skamouth, not only are there fans, there's also people who run venues and events. So they get to see them, and then they get to talk to them and say, will you come back and, do my venue and do a show here? And, we had the Heptones in November. They're back already, doing an event down in Kent. I think it's next month or a month after. So down at Scargate. So that, these are the kind of things. It opens the doors to them, because a lot of these musicians, again, they've not got no pension plans or anything, and they don't realise the love that's out there for them. So it gives them a chance to do a bit of business, but at the same time get a bit of love and adoration from the fans.
Yeah, definitely. And of course you've got Secret Affair, a great mod band, My World, and Time for Action.
Oh, they're super. We've had them at Skamouth before, and everyone loves them. And everyone gets up and jumps around for them. Yeah, I adore them guys. Fabulous band.
And another great modern-day ska band, The Jewelers. Fantastic.
Tyber's brilliant. Tyber's absolutely brilliant. I'd have him at every Skamouth. I love what he does. I love his music, and I like the fact that he keeps it very authentic. He's got that nice trad style about his music. Adorable.
And you've got Roddy Radiation and the Ska Billy Rebels?
Yes, absolutely. So they do a kind of blend of sort of rock and ska all rolled into one. He'll do some of his specials classics in his original way that he would have performed them way back before they got adjusted, and lots of other stuff. But that's an absolutely amazing show as well. And the band he's with now, he's got some of the new guys. He's been with, I think, a year or two now, but they're absolutely superb.
Great. And also, I believe you have one of the sons of Dalton Ellis, Troy Ellis.
Yes, he's going to be paying tribute to his dad and do some other classics as well. Yeah, Troy is extremely good. He's from Bristol. He lives over in Bristol, but, we all loved Dalton Ellis, and, he definitely would have been a Skamouth legend, definitely, without a doubt, had he still been around. So it's really lovely when we can get the kids or family of some of these artists to come, particularly if they're musical too. We recently had Sultan Ali, who came, and he brought his brothers and sisters with him, and did a tribute to his dad, Prince Buster, because he was due to come to Skamouth but just couldn't get well enough. We'd been in talks with him. John Holt would have come, and we would also almost signed and sealed a contract with him, but he died the same year.
Oh,
you know,
sad.
so we had Ozzy Holt come, which was his brother, and paid tribute. So, and even Rico, our lovely friend Rico Rodriguez, his daughters came along and his niece, and we all did a lovely show for him to pay tribute. So we don't want to forget those that have been and gone, because they'll never be forgotten.
No, definitely not, because the music's that good, isn't it?
Yes, absolutely, and it has to live on. It will live on.
And you've also got Jerry Dammers. He's going to be doing his DJ set, is he?
He will be, yeah, and he's got a great musical collection. He's box of tricks, as I call it, because sometimes he just pulls out these rarities that I've never heard. You know, the only person who ever normally does that is Ola Sposs. He's got these rarities that no one ever gets. But Jerry's got a habit of doing that and really surprising me. And they're not always what we think. It's not necessarily going to be the regular ska or early reggae or any of those. It could be something from way back in the Mento days that's got the ska edge. But it's really cool, and we all get up and dance to it. But yeah, Jerry's great. Jerry's great.
Yeah, I saw him at the Tunbridge Wells Festival, the One Love Festival, Reggae Festival, yeah. He really got the crowd going there.
There you go, yeah, so you know what I mean. Yeah.
Great, well, we're really looking forward to it. Thanks a lot for joining us on the show, Christine.
Oh, no, you're welcome. Thanks for calling up. And I hope one day to get you up to Skamouth. It would be lovely to see you up there.
I'd love to come.
Yeah,
seriously, I mean, for the whole thing.
Yes, you really must, because you're missing out on a treat of a weekend.
Next time.
Yeah.
I've got to do it next time.
Give Tom or myself a shout, and we'll get you in up there.
Wonderful.
All right.